Hey guys, welcome to Solar Cabin Channel. I've got another jump starter, and this is a 4-in-1 jump starter, tire inflator, power bank, and large LED light. Now, you guys know I've reviewed probably about a dozen different jump starters, a couple of them that have air compressors in them. It takes a lot to get me interested in reviewing another one of these units, but this one caught my eye. I decided I would go ahead and give it a review. For one thing, it has a handle on it. I've got several of these units now that do not have a handle on it. They're basically just a box, and you have to hold on to the box and you're moving around. Makes it difficult if you've got tools in one hand and you're working on the other, trying to hold on to just a plain box. This one comes with a good handle on it. That's one of the things that caught my attention right off the bat, is it has a good, solid, sturdy handle on it. The other thing is this has a much bigger light than any of the other units that I've reviewed before, which I'll turn on here just to show you. This has a really bright light. It's got a full beam across the front, and it's wide, and as I'll turn it off, I'll show you it's wide, but it's also has your emergency lights on it. It's got the solid beam, then it's got the strobe light, and then it's also got the SOS light, okay? Now, I want to show you on the front so you can see this. It has a really wide light. Let me see how many. It's got a 300 lumen LED light across the front of it. Where most of the other units I have just have a little dinky LED light with maybe a couple, 3 LEDs. Won't light up anything. If you're working under your hood, or you're using this camping or for a day trip or something like that and you need good light, this actually has a really good light on it, where a lot of those other units didn't have on it. So those are the two features that really caught my attention. Okay, so this is a jump starter for jump starting vehicles. From a 7-liter, it says a 7-liter gas or a 4.5-liter diesel engine. We're going to test that because I'm going to go out and jump start my lawn tractor that has a completely dead battery, which I always test these on to see if it will start a completely dead battery. It includes the jumper cables, and this it plugs into the side up here, which I'll turn on. I'll show you the lights on the front of this. So you can see it has LED lights on the front of this, and then it's got plugs down here where you can connect the jumper cables. They just plug in, connect that to your battery, and you can jump start your batteries. Tire compressor with up to 150 psi. This is the tire compressor, and we'll also test that out because I need to air up the tires on my lawn tractor. And it just screws in down on this end down here. And then on the front end, it's also got USB-A and USB-C ports, which I really like because I'll show you here. It's got USB-A and USB-C ports. They include the cable, which is this one here. And I like this. They included a nice, substantial, heavy cable. A lot of these units, they get a little teeny thin cable. I don't want a little thin cable. I want something that can handle a charge. This handles both USB and USB-C. Can also be charged up from USB or USB-C. And it just goes in there like that. And then you can use it. And then you can use it as a gadget charger. And this has the correct end for my phone. You might have to use your own cable. And just plugs in there like that. Turns on. You can see it's charging up my phone, and so you can charge up. So you can take this along if you need to keep your phones charged up. Have a roadside emergency and you need to charge up your phones or something like that. You can recharge them up from this unit here. You can recharge up your kids' gadgets, your drones, anything like that. You can recharge off of this unit that uses USB-A or USB-C. It has both ports on here. It also charges from either USB or USB-C on there, so that's really handy. And they include the charging cable. And I like the fact they give you a nice heavy-duty cable on this. And they also include a little set of the screw-on adapters for different things like balls, rafts, and other bike equipment and stuff like that you can use with your air compressor. They include that little plastic case. And then they include these 2 bags here. They include the small bag, which you can put stuff like your charging cables and your air compressor. You can put those in here. And then they include a larger bag, which you can put the whole unit in along with the other bag. Stick this in your trunk in your car or whatever. They also include the instruction manuals, of course, which you should look at. This does handle up to 150 psi, and you can set it. So you don't have to worry about getting the exact PSI when you're doing this. You can set it right on the front. It has the adjustments here. You can set this for whatever PSI. Like my tires, I'll take 32 PSI. I've got it set for 32, so I can just put it on and put it on and turn it on, air my tires up, and if I walk away, I don't have to worry about overinflating my tires. It will automatically stop at whatever is set. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take this outside. I'm going to connect it to my completely dead lawn tractor and see if it will jump start that battery. If it does that, then it does everything that it's supposed to do.
Okay, so the first thing we'll test is the air compressor. Comes with a good, and I like their wires and their hoses and everything are really well made. They're substantial. I like that. This tire is a little bit on the low side, so we'll unscrew this here and put some air in this lawn tractor tire. It's got a little bit of a slow leak, and we'll see this goes in like so. It just screws on. Nice finger twist screw, like so, and then just connect it up to the tire. Clamp that down and turn it on, and then you just hit it's got a pump key, so you can't exactly mistake it. Just hit pump key, turns on, you can hear it running. We'll see how long. It shouldn't take very long at all to fill this tire up. Filling it up very fast. All right, you can see that really raises it up really fast actually. Okay, so that works perfectly. And before I ride this tractor, I always check my tires because they're usually a little bit on the low side, got a slow leak in them. When that comes off, put my valve tire back on. All right, so now we'll test it jump starting this tractor. This has been sitting now for over a month with a completely dead battery, and it's been cold, so we'll see how well it starts it in the cold. Okay, so there's my battery, and what I need to do is put this in the, oh, it goes in the front here. It goes right here. And you can't get these backwards. They can only go in one way. So they go in like so. And then you put your positive on your positive, of course. Like so. Put the negative on the negative. Put this down so my seat doesn't connect it. And we'll see if this starts up. Okay, now after you start one of these, make sure that you take the cables off. Don't leave the cables connected too long, or it will shut itself down. So, okay, so that worked perfectly for airing up my tires, jump starting my battery on my lawn tractor. If it'll start this up, it'll start my truck or my car up, and it says it'll handle up to a 7-liter gas vehicle or a 4.5-liter diesel engine. So I like it, especially, like I said, I really like that handle. And I really do like this light that's on here. I'll show you again. This has a really good wide, big light. I like that. If you're working underneath a vehicle or something like that, you need to see what you're doing. I like that. Or if you're using this for camping or for other purposes, a day trip or something like that. Really like that. It's a good unit. It's a Lokithor JA300 150 4-in-1. Go take a look at those on Amazon. I like it.